Welcome to Hashtag All Podcasts Matter, the podcast about politics, social issues, movie news, and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, baby. Oh, you're saying the wrong one, but you know.
Welcome to Hashtag All Podcasts Matter presents.
Just a regular ass movie review.
Except it's not regular this time. It's actually about Keanu Reeves.
Exactly. And I mean, all movie reviews should be about Keanu Reeves, except for the movies we don't see.
that is true. Yeah, welcome to the best trilogy in cinema, John Wick.
Ever. Welcome to the greatest action genre bender guy ever. First of all, The Matrix bent how action movies were cinematically shot from now on. And now these movies is built how like fighting scenes look. It's no more somebody just punching a guy and him knocking out. It's now like this movie made Atomic Blonde, which revolutionized how women movies are filmed now. It's not just like some girl beating up 300-pound men and she's a 125-pound blonde that's gorgeous. It's like no. If she gets punched by a 250-pound man, she's gonna get punched by a 250-pound man. And now, like, we're seeing the renaissance of the spy movies. I'm not giving that all to John Wick, but he changed the way how movies are shot. And that is awesome.
I don't know if we're seeing the renaissance of spy movies, but it's definitely changing.
Well, we're seeing the renaissance of female spy movies. Female spy movies. Because that Anna looks dope. It is the same movie I've seen 15 times. It's actually Hannah, grown up, but they just took off the A.
And it's I like how they took his name off because people found out that he got canceled.
Who?
They didn't say the director of Fifth Element. They're like the director of other films like Leon the Professional.
Did this?
Yeah. They said the director of The Professional.
Really?
Not Valerian. But
why did he get canceled?
Well, he was canceled back in the 90s because of the pedophilia in Leon the Professional, I believe.
Oh, I mean,
and because his last film was terrible.
Oh, well, you know, Luc Besson can get my money every time.
Am I still seeing the movie? Yes.
Like he can say Valerian too, and I'm like, God damn, it's gonna suck.
I'm still gonna see it. Also, I forgot the movie. I've already forgot what the movie is called.
Exactly. Oh, Anna.
But I'll still see it.
I told you it was Anna, and then taking the H off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. Yes, it's a Luc Besson film. It's gonna be stupid.
Oh no, that movie looks dope. She's cutting somebody's throat with a plate. I've
always wanted to kill somebody with a dinner plate. So,
I mean, was wider than a dinner. Was harder than a dinner plate, wider than a napkin. Anyway, Jeezy revolutionized coke rap. Jeezy revolutionized coke rap, and he told us in the song on DJ Khaled's new album, he's like, I gave y'all niggas your own lane. I gave y'all your own lane. I did this. And I was like, you did, Snowman. You did. Big time coke rap. Anyway, we saw John Wick 3 Parabellum.
We did. And Parabellum is actually Latin for deadly hummingbird.
No, it means prepare for war. Anyway, it told us
Oh, yeah, it did do that.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, because we're just going to start off. The movie ends with...
No.
The movie ends with The Matrix 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like, it's going to be called John Wick 4, Lauren Fishburne's back in shape. And I was like, what the movie's going to be called? Because all they said was, hey, you guys like seeing these two fools on screen, right? Guess what? They're back.
John Wick 4, Larry's Revenge.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be like the director of cinematography, the directors of cinematography, and we do Wachowskis. That's all it is.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we just gonna see all the Steph leather jacket he got on right now. He looks like he won't bring your daughter back on time. So got a leather jacket on, bro. All right, John Wick 4.
The movie starts and I'm like, hey, you know what, Keanu? It's been 2 years. It's good to see you again.
Exactly. It's like, it's been 2 years. I need you to make these movies faster.
Yeah, because the John Wick 4 is coming out in 2 years. I'm like, that's too far.
It's too far. And it's not at all. It's not at all. It's still too far, dude.
You know what? It's just, good reason to be alive and eat healthy and exercise.
Bro, I'm kind of mad because people give me shit, or people give everyone shit when they say, you know who should be the next Batman? Keanu Reeves.
No.
I really meant it this time. I really fucking meant it. He's 6'4", and he really is Batman, and he should have been the next Batman. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's probably a better choice than Robert Pattinson. I haven't seen any of his films. Literally any.
And people's like, oh, if you haven't seen a movie since Twilight, you're not been checking for him. No one's been checking for him. First of all, he's ugly. I'm sorry. I'm like, this is the least sexiest Batman. This Batman cannot get it. I'm sorry.
Okay, listen. I'm glad you brought that up because that is a serious conversation we had on Twitter, and we should have it on the air. I mean, the ugliest?
Who?
I mean,
who?
I mean, Keaton. I don't know.
No, baby. See, you just watched that movie. First of all, Keaton had on J's.
Listen. I'm not saying he's not handsome. I'm just saying a lot of that is personality,
bro. Okay. So what? I've never seen Robert. You think Robert Pattinson is going to out personality Michael Keaton? He's better than looking than any other Batman. Because we've seen 90s Val Kilmer Batman. And we forgot about that movie, and we were like, God damn, how did I forget about this movie? You know what I forget about this movie? My seat. I
mean, the 90s had the sexiest Batman.
Yeah. Easily. Then you had debonair, distinguished George Clooney Batman. Please. Talk about a daddy complex. And then you had Ben Affleck, who was all the way 6'4", and who was huge.
Yeah, he was huge.
Exactly. So I'm like...
He was like an Xbox.
Bro. That fool was built like a Buick. So, like, where does he fit in Batman? And then I'm like, oh, my bad, I forgot about Christian Bale. Even I work Christian Bale as handsomer than this dude, right? And even though he only billionaire playboy philanthropy in one movie.
Well, I mean, I'm just a Batman fan, so I'm trying to give myself a chance and not hate the movie before it comes out. Even though, after talking to J-Bug, yeah, I don't know.
Who deserves that? Does Mike Reeves deserve your loyalty like that? Does he deserve?
He didn't earn it. I looked at his filmography and it's not great. It's not that great.
Yeah, so I'm like, did he earn it? I mean, Batfleck earned that shit, and we just said fuck Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck earned that shit. We never said Ben Affleck was a bad actor, and we forgot he's 6'4", and we just knew he really wanted that. We knew, like, that was another thing. He really wanted that shit. He wanted that to be good. He was like, y'all can't just tell me to fuck off and then run. They screwed Ben Affleck, right? And then they ran the shit terribly. I mean, we had a CGI mustache, bro.
I mean, maybe the film would get canceled. The film could get canceled tomorrow, so we'll see.
Could get canceled, bro. It could get canceled. And I'm like, I'm tired of these people telling me no. Give it like, why do I don't owe them nothing. I don't owe Matt Reeves something. It's not like a name is directing this shit. And I know if I knew more about cinematography and film, I would know what he did and why he's be a great. First of all, he the one said it's going to be a Bat Noir, and that's what threw me off of him. I jumped off that ship early.
No. I mean, I looked at his filmography, what he's written and directed. It's not anything you would be excited about. I'll tell you that.
Remember, because Ben Affleck wrote some shit, right? And that's why they brought Ben Affleck in to be Batman, so he can write some shit, because he had just had hits. Then they said, fuck you, because I guess you can't write anymore, because Zack Snyder was making shitty movies. So that means Ben Affleck can't write anymore, so we should go a different way. And Ben Affleck was actually cool with that. But then it was also like, it's going to be a Bat Noir film. Yeah. Because you know what the DC needs? Less light.
I mean, noir is a cool thing. I mean, nobody can really define what. No one knows what it is. That's why people like it.
I know what noir means. It means dark, my nigga.
No, it doesn't. Nick.
Yes, it is. Noir means black, fool.
No, it means like Dick Tracy.
No, noir means black, chief.
Not in terms of like film.
Yeah, it means dark. That's what it means.
No, Vic, that's not what it means.
All right, whatever. I know French. And I've seen that one episode of
Red Diaries?
No. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt when he saw Pinot Noir, caviar.
I've never seen that show, but I've heard things.
The first episode, the first season is really good, and then you start to think, like, this shit gets annoying.
So John Wick.
Oh, yeah. First of all, this movie was really, really good.
Yeah, I had a good time.
We're just going to fanboy all over this. This is my third favorite John Wick movie. And this is not like saying shoot Luch. This is not like saying shoot Luch. This is like, who's your favorite big three on the Warriors, right? Matter of fact, and then you can throw in Kevin. Who's your favorite three Warriors? And you can throw in Kevin Durant in there. All right, who's your favorite three Warriors, baby? Throw in Kevin Durant. And I'm talking about Curry, Clay, Draymond, and Kevin Durant. Steve Kerr too. Tim Hardaway. Any three Warriors. There's no bad answer. There's no bad answer. Who's your favorite three Warriors? That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad choice.
I just think 1, 2, 3. I just think it's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, all right. So John Wick, baby.
Yeah, the film takes place an hour after John Wick 2.
No, it actually takes 30 minutes after John Wick 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cause we see 30 minutes of him before he's excommunicado.
Yeah, and so he was like, "Man, I still got these." It got dark real quick, and it started raining.
Well, yeah, you got to add to the noir.
You know what's funny? All right, so now that I'm in the movie, now that I'm in it, I can talk shit now. Because it's like, so it opens up with John Wick running for his life, and we see that, again, everyone in New York is a fucking assassin or knows an assassin. And he's running down the street with his well-trained dog, and it's raining and shit like that, when just 30 minutes earlier, he was in Central Park with Winston and the black guy who I should know.
He does get his name in this film. He didn't have his names in the previous film.
Okay.
I don't remember it, so don't ask me.
Yeah, look it up. Because he's in this movie.
Yeah, Lance Reddick in real life, but I don't know.
What's his name? Yeah. He's a front desk clerk. Oh man, of Dark Phoenix. Man, they went straight to space, bro. They just went straight to space. Anyway, I'll be watching commercials, but I can't stop.
I can't wait to hit the movie. I like how the movie gave us a brief recap. It's like, hey, just in case you're just seeing this movie and not the first two, which you shouldn't be doing,
because you're a dick. But also, go ahead.
They're like, hey, remember the first two movies where John Wick was the best assassin in the world, and then he killed someone in the Continental, so now he's excommunicado. Anyway, let's start this movie.
Yeah, and so he gets in a cab, and we see it is a regular New York day. He gets in a cab, and it's going nowhere because there's traffic in New York. Guess what? There's not going to be in 20 minutes.
Well, anyway.
Shut your dirty ass whore mouth.
54 points for realism for having traffic in at least one scene.
In one scene. But it did count. When traffic drove the plot.
Hey, they addressed it in one scene with a closed bridge. They're like, hey, this bridge is under construction.
And so he gives a coin because we was like, hey, I don't want him going in a gunfight with the dog. And he was like, neither do I. Here's a coin because every cab driver is also an assassin. So he gives a cab driver coin and says, take him to the Continental. Good dog. So he's running some more, and he's been shot. So
they're saying that assassinating doesn't really pay the bills like it used to.
Oh, no, baby.
Everybody has to have two jobs now?
It's a big board, right? And it's like, it's the Uber app. Assassinating is just an Uber app without smartphones. It's like, do I really feel like assassinating right now?
Yeah.
Traffic.
That's true. I mean, maybe he just likes driving and killing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I mean, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, admittedly.
I mean, you do what you love, and then you also do what you love. It's not keeping a day job. If you're a musician, you should have a day job, but that doesn't mean you necessarily have to hate your day job. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's true. Maybe you're working at a comic book store, and you're also playing a band.
Exactly. I mean, the real life. Mm-hmm. Maybe you sell dope and you rap. That's a day job. One of them is.
I mean, I don't want to chop rocks, but I mean, it pays the bills.
Exactly. Or I don't want to sell rap, but again, I can't chop rocks for the rest of my
life. Someone said he can't sell dope forever. And that's true.
Yeah, girl, everyone. So John, he's like, all right, he can't go. He's like, all right, what can I do? But luckily, he's a real motherfucker, and he's hidden guns all over the city. So he goes to the library, which I don't know what those things are for.
Well, what would you do if you had 20 minutes left before everyone in the city would try to kill you?
Well, no, that was in case somebody pissed me off really bad. Let me stash guns all over the city. All right, baby.
Yeah, you got to plan ahead.
And so he goes into the library and he uses the Dewey Decimal System. Shout out to Dewey and the Decimal System.
It came in handy, and it was just like, hey, kids.
I still know how to use it.
No, it was commentary. My kids don't learn this anymore. This is important stuff.
There's an angel show on Amazon Pictures, and I'm going to watch it.
You're not.
Oh no, I love Angel lore, bro. Oh yeah.
By the way, we got an email to watch the Batwoman TV show, so we can review it.
All right, cool. Who's playing Batwoman?
She's in John Wick 2.
Ruby Rose?
Yeah.
Really? She's not even tall. Anyway.
Yeah, but she can kick and punch.
We'll see, buddy.
I mean, those things are crucial to being a bad person.
So be a bad person. I like how you said that.
Also, did you notice there's a doo-wop group singing outside of the library? I don't know what.
I thought one of them was a hitter, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the significance of that was, but it just showed that like assassins are multi-talented people.
Oh yeah, bro. Again, you gotta pay the bills. And so he goes in there and he finds a book, a picture of his wife, about 12 coins, and a tool. I think there was a tool in there.
No, there wasn't.
And so he gets ran up on by one of the centers from the Philadelphia 76ers. Mm-hmm. And he's like, anybody want a peanut? And I was like...
and then we get the first of many unique action sequences and well choreographed.
That is actually one of the centers from the Philadelphia 76ers. That wasn't a joke.
No, it is. I mean, I know you're talking to our listening audience and not me, because I know that.
No, you don't. Anyway, and so we get a good old fight. Practical John. Shout out to Jackie Chan, because I did love Jackie Chan movies he used whatever was fucking around him. And John started beating the shit out of somebody with a book. And that's the only thing the books are good for. Only thing.
Take that learning. Take that.
Unless you're really good at rolling blunts and with paper, which I am not. I can't roll a blunt with a blunt. Anyway.
So after brutally killing him and saying does he quip at this part? I don't think he does.
The quips are few in between, but they hit him hard.
I think what I like about the movie is that a lot of the clips aren't said. It's like mostly the action is kind of a joke in itself.
Yeah, and he breaks the fuck out of his neck.
He does. It's great.
Violent. And like it's classy violence, like it's like classy crack rap, like it's like crap rap you listen to with your parents at dinner.
Oh yeah, it's all about the fundamentals. It's not too flashy.
Oh, you know who's classy crack rap? Rick Ross. You hate him, but man, that was some classy crack rap. Anyway,
I don't know. It's just I don't like his voice.
That's cool. Oh. He's the greatest beat picker ever.
Still not a great rapper though.
Yes, he is. I mean, to each his own. Anyway, yeah. So he gets out of there and he goes up to the doctor and he's like, "Doc, hey nigga, I know you're looking at the clock. You knew I was in town. Holla at a nigga." He was like, "John, baby, John, baby." He's like, "I can't do this. I don't want to get excommunicado."
Yeah, I can't work with you because then it'll be on my resume and then I'll get blackballed and then I got to pay these bills.
And so
he still got 5 minutes on the clock, so we can still help him a little bit.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey, you hit an artery," which sounds really dangerous, but I guess in John Wick world that doesn't mean shit.
Well, no,
he did was sew it.
Well, he willed the blood to stop pumping to that artery, so he was okay.
I mean, if you really believe that, you can understand why the end of the movie wasn't what the end of the movie was.
Oh yeah, well I'll get to it later, and I believe. I'm pretty sure you're going to subscribe to this theory as well.
No, it was my theory. I said it. Everybody mad at Winston. I was like, no.
No. Don't get to it yet. Don't get to it. We'll get
anyway.
Because I have a different theory, but we'll get to it.
So the doc sewing him up, and he was like, "John, clock's over," and he was like, "Well, thank God I've learned how to sew because I used to rip my pants when I was a kid, and then my mom got tired of it." Because all my ripping pants stories was stupid. So she was like, "You're going to have to learn how to sew your own goddamn pants. Because I ain't buying you nothing. You're going to walk around with your dick hanging out." And I was like, "Well, bitches, anyway, Mom, fine. I learned how to sew." And I got good at it eventually. Anyway, I don't know if I can sew my own flesh together.
I don't think I could either. I'd just die.
I guess this is how it ends.
I'm like, no, this is too graphic. I can't do it.
Yeah. So John, as a field medic, is his artery back together. And then Doc was like, "Hey, take them good pills up there, baby. Only take 4 because this is real shit. If you take 5, you will die."
Well, he's
die.
He's also concerned about him being addicted to oxy. So. Oh
yeah, bro. This is social commentary. And so,
like, John, don't get it in Ohio. Don't.
Sure. It's like they got that good unstepped on OxyContin, baby, fresh out of the pharmaceuticals.
That's not even generic. That's that on brand.
So
this is one of my favorite parts when the excommunicado goes live and we see the switchboard operators who look like suicide girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and suicide boys as well.
One of the operators is the Penguin from Gotham.
Is he really?
Yeah, dead ass.
I thought he looked familiar. Yeah, from that show I don't watch.
Yeah, so yeah, that was about. He also looked like one of the drummers for like Fall Out Boy or something. Like that. I thought he was one of the niggas from Green Day until he started talking. Yell at me for not liking them, bro. And it's like I don't like them. I just don't listen to motherfuckers, bro. You're from the Bay and you like white people music. I'm like, yeah, I do, baby. But I'm selective with my shit.
Yeah, I'm more of a Fall Out Boy kind of guy when I'm feeling alternative.
That's Frank in the front, bro. What the fuck is that noise in the back? Anyway.
Oh, sorry, this is a lawnmower.
So the nigga John, so the doctor's like, look here, baby. Even though I stopped on the dot, they not gonna believe me, and you know they be tripping. I mean, see what you did, right? And he was like, so I'm gonna need you to slug me. And he was like, but don't hit the pow. And he's like, I don't think I wasn't gonna do it. So shoot me up here, but don't hit the pow. He's like, goddamn, John, you really that nigga with the two, baby. You really with the two.
It's like, it's been a pleasure. Good luck out there. I wish you the best. Yeah. And if you survive, I'll be around for the fourth movie, just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And so is this when the chick starts in there?
Now we see like a montage of assassins getting like their Twitter alerts that they can kill John now. And
it's a motley crew of assassins.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah. I know I used that word right, but I didn't use it right.
Good job. This is the part where John's kind of running around and he ends up in a weapons store.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no, because they ain't got the Asians involved yet. Oh wait, no, those are different Asians. All right, yeah. Those are the Chineses. Yeah. So the Chineses is chasing him, right? And they was like, "Hey, $14 million, baby, $14 million." It's and the cold part is it's like $14 million versus death. It's not like $14 million to whack me or you or the president with Secret Service and shit like that. It's $14 million to knock off a nigga that went into the mob's hideout with a paperclip.
I mean, they're aware that he is the Baba Yaga, but they just figured like, well, I mean, if we send 45 dudes after him, I mean, like 15 of us will probably survive.
Yeah, because that worked in 2 other movies.
Yeah.
Nigga's like, nah, I see John Wick 1. No. And so they go over in the weapon store, but they got old toolies. And this is why you should learn how to use guns in America, because you can put one old gun, take it apart, and use it for parts, and make another old gun. You did all that just for one bullet.
Yeah, it was a great scene.
It was. The movie didn't need to be 2 hours, but yes, it did.
I know we said that a lot, but it was okay. It was okay in this movie.
The Stone Cold Soul concert is coming back to the pavilion. Oh shit, Maxwell's gonna be there. Rubber draws.
Bro, shut the fuck up. What are you doing?
And Eric Benet. Holy shit. Oh shit. Cameo's gonna be there, nigga, and Lakeside.
Word up. Okay, I'm in.
We're gonna go. We gotta get all the fresh linen. Do you have any uncles that barbecue with open-toed sandals? We gotta know where to get those.
Oh, I'm bringing the all 4. Uncles.
I know you don't smoke, but we do Porsche all day that
day. Say on
yeah, like, hey, more days. Yeah, boy. Anyway, and I'm gonna be fixing carburetors in the parking lot. Carburetor boy. So anyway, so they go up in there, and then we like one thing we don't get at the John Wick movies. You know what? Knives.
Yeah, I love the scene. It was hilarious. Like I said earlier, doing comedy in an action sequence, great.
Exactly, and it's not comedy.
But it's like super. It's not like laugh out loud funny. It's like super dry ass humor.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. And the funny part is, none of this is personal. Everyone knows that. Nobody wants to hurt John Wick, but it's also $14 million. You go up against Baba Yaga for $14 million. They showed this nigga so much respect. It was like, nigga, it's John Wick, motherfucker.
He's like, listen, John, I know we worked together before. You're a great guy. But listen, man, got to put my kids through college.
Yeah. Even if I'm not there. Anyway. Was there like insurance for like all these goons? Anyway. So John, he was like, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people
this is when we met the chick. It has to be when we met the chick.
There's a lot of people who work in admin of the Continental, so I imagine there's probably healthcare. Yeah.
So John Wick, this is where the chick comes in, right?
I don't know who you're talking about exactly.
The adjudicator.
Not yet.
She has to get the Japanese dudes involved because that's when they get on the backs, right?
Not yet. First, no, not yet. First we get some equestrian kills.
Oh yeah. Oh, it looked like some Russian niggas with beards or some shit like that. And so he's running, and so they pull up on him, and it's like, oh shit, because those 10 guys didn't do it, but we can do it because we're 4, and we have suits and nice beards. All right.
Yeah, but maybe he's tired now, so maybe you have a chance.
Hey, when that nigga explained about he's a force of will, that's when I believed in the movie. And so then he's in a stable, and John kick, and you know what? He was like, you know what, John Wick, you don't use everything to kill people. Up the ante, and he was like, fine, I'll use a horse. And so this nigga cocked a horse, and he kicked somebody's face off, which is so true. You will die from getting kicked in the face by a horse.
No, that is true. Chad Selesky was definitely reading his books.
Oh yeah. He was like so dangerous, bro. And then he was like, when you got a trained horse kicker, yeah.
I really appreciated the movie's attention to style because all the horses were black to match John's suit.
Oh yeah, they knew what they were doing, and there were black stable keepers, which people don't know that there's a lot of black cowboys in every city and shit like that. Shout out to Black Cowboys Oakland. Anyway, so when niggas say I do have the horses in the back, I know niggas that had a horse in the back.
Yeah, that's true. Niggas do have the horse in the back.
And they actually know how to. They don't just rap about riding horses. They actually know how to do that shit. That nigga can ride a horse. And real black horsemen don't real wrangler on their booty. I'm just saying.
It's a good line though.
No, it isn't. It's true.
Listen, I heard this song once and I had it stuck in my head for 9 consecutive days.
Oh yeah, he knew what he was doing. Hey, look at it. It's a terrible song, and I agree with Days, except what he says is this is that hip hop right now. Yes, it is, nigga. Get money. Get money.
That's kind of the point.
Exactly. Nigga, I do not want to live. I am 19, nigga. I don't ever want to have to work again.
Yeah,
not because of streaming.
That's right. You can buy a car with those streaming services.
Oh no, he's out. He beat Drake with streaming, so he's gonna give him all the money in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he can parlay into longevity. Of course, I wish him the best.
No, here's the thing. I've heard a second single. I heard the beat for a second single. I was like, God damn it, we're getting another one. It's like, well, I'm gonna take my Chevy to the lake and fish. Oh, got it. Got it. I'm gonna hunt me some deer, nigga. It's like, oh man, the hits, the greatest hits. Just put nigga in there and put an 808. You got it. All right, and so John killed some guys with some horses and stuff like that. Then he riding some horse, baby. He's riding horse. He's horseback with a tool, and not like a rifle like we've seen in Western more, like a fucking Glock 23, bro. Just riding down the street, riding on a horse. You can have your Porsche. Anyway.
I like how
nobody tell John nothing.
I like how the dudes who are trying to kill John respect the life of the horse and don't hurt the horse whatsoever.
Oh yeah, I couldn't deal with that, bro. The bigger the animal is, except for, you just see it, bro. And then it's like, yeah.
No,
that horse, they're so majestic and black.
Yeah. Well, I think they heard what happened to the dogs. So like, no, we just got to respect the life.
Don't give him another reason. Don't give him an extra reason. All right. And so a nigga got domed, and then we saw that steal. Like 6-7 months ago?
Yeah, we did.
Somebody said John Wick 3 is already the greatest movie ever, bro. I was like, that steal alone was worth it. But yeah, seeing it actually lived out, it was like, yes, Oscar. Anyway.
So after John escapes, he goes to a movie theater.
Uh-huh.
And here we learn about John Wick's origins, and we learn that he went to the same assassin orphanage that Black Widow went to.
No. She went to the same assassin orphanage that he went to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that was in Russia, and those weren't Russian. So now you're just being racist.
Black Widow, she was Russian.
I said those weren't Russian that Jodanovic went to, bro. Calm down, dude.
Yeah,
all right, you can just be racist if you want to. Go ahead. When does the adjudicator come? Because I feel like we're missing it because the Japanese dudes need to jump in the movie.
No. I take fantastic notes.
No, your notes is not as good as you think they are. But go ahead.
Oh, I don't know why you think I'm wrong all the time.
I don't think you're wrong all the time, but I don't know why you think your notes are right all the time. Anyway,
she's literally in the next scene after this one.
All right, go ahead.
So we get a little bit of John Wick's origin, and here he calls in
how to judo.
Yeah, he calls in some favors with the crime family.
No, that's his orphanage, baby. That's where he was raised. John Wick was an orphan, and that makes sense.
Yeah,
and he had to either do ballet or judo, and he learned both.
He did.
Yeah, he's a hell of a dancer.
He's a man of the culture, so he's like, listen, you know my situation. Now I need you to help me get out of the country so I can solve this dilly of a pickle that I'm in. I'm in kind of a jam right now. Can you help me out? And Angelica Houston.
And then she was like, hey, look here, bro. You can't just pull that on me. Nigga, you excommunicado. And he was like, no. I done put in work for the family. Y'all niggas owe me. And they was like, God damn it. It is John Wick. If we're not scared of him at all because we know we could kill him right now, we could kill him. But we respect him because of the killing he's done.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just kill him. There's rules.
Exactly.
I mean, you could, but there's still rules.
But he's family, and he has his ticket, and he punched his ticket. And he punched his ticket and to get a fraternity's brand.
That's right.
Yeah.
A brand on the back.
He's now Alpha Omega. Sorry.
Yep. And then he did a step show and twirled some canes.
So kid canes.
And then he did a whole lot of barking.
Yeah. He pissed on the imaginary pantomime pissed on a wall. Like, right, and then he gained 40 pounds of muscle. Not the right way. He was a little on the roids. All right.
And then there's some cool fonts like in Tony Scott films because this movie watched a lot of Tony Scott movies.
Okay, so
and then we meet the adjudicator because she talks to the Bowery King.
She talked to the Bowery King, and she was like, y'all helped him out, and y'all wasn't supposed to do it. Didn't she talk to Winston first?
No.
All right, fine. She talked to the Bowery King, and he's like, hey, yeah, you let John Wick go. You gave him 7 bullets. And he was like, fuck you, I do what I want to. I'm the Bowery King. And he's like, but nah, you still work for the table. And you owe us, so you got 7 days to vacate your premises, my nigga. You ain't the king no more. And he was like, I'm black, you ain't taking it from me. Then what happens? And then what happens?
The adjudicator talks to Winston.
And she goes in Winston. She was like, hey, didn't that fool dome this nigga right on your property? And he's like, yep, his body in the basement. And he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, that nigga was talking shit, bro. So I told John not to do it, but you know John Wick, he a cold boy. You
know, John is John, you know.
And she was like, oh, no, I'm not here for John. See, you should have domed him ass right there as soon as he broke the rules. And he was like, nah, I gave this nigga a pass, a 1 hour pass. And he was like, nah, you shouldn't have did that. He was like, tomato. And then she was like, the way, since you did that, you got to get off your throne, my G. You have 7 days.
The plot is thicker than oatmeal at this point, and I am intrigued, Vic. Intrigued.
Thicker than Luke Dancer, all right?
It sure is. This is the part where John Wick gets international, but we don't see like a title card over water.
See, I knew you were wrong. Because when did the Japanese dudes get there? There was a whole bike fight scene before he went on a whirlwind tour.
Listen, Vic. Are you listening?
Okay.
That happens later.
You tell me he comes back and is wearing the same suit and then he has a bike fight scene.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I am. Because this is the part where John Wick gets international. He goes to Casablanca. And at this point, I'm thinking about a Keanu Reeves reboot of Casablanca.
It works on so many different levels.
It would be great.
Exactly. You know what else would have been gay? Keanu Reeves is Batman.
I'd rather see him as Moon Knight.
I mean, it's cool. Oh, it's really cool. But they're not making a Moon Knight movie anytime soon.
No, they're never making that.
But and like people think it's funny. I'm like, no. Y'all, first of all, y'all act like this nigga can't act like Batman, and you act like you wouldn't have to get a stunt double. Like you'd save money by getting Keanu Reeves to do Batman.
Yes, because they would have a hard time getting the budget.
He's the most bankable person in Hollywood.
I mean, he's.
You don't know. He is. They wrote a paper about that shit.
That was your thesis. That was your thesis in college.
I don't know. I don't write that. No, you can.
I know the article that you're talking about. I
know. You act like John ain't. Anyway, go
ahead. This was the part where John meets Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Sophia.
And so John gets greeted like he usually does. Somebody shoots him. But it's like I'm cool enough to shoot John Wick and have him apologize to me because this nigga about to ask a favor. So no, John goes to Morocco and it's on site everywhere. And so the Moroccan Assassin Club, they was like, oh, look here, baby. That's John Wick. And so we think we're up on John Wick's level, so we're just going to hide in them shadows and do what other people may have done before, but we do it better because we know these shadows. And then they run up on John Wick, and John Wicks him. But dude comes out, he was like, nah, the boss said he's cool. And so dude didn't like that, and he got his motherfucking cat pill to the whip back white beat.
It sure did.
Yeah. So he talked to Halle Berry, and she's mad at him.
And she has 2 dogs.
Great dogs, great German shepherds. Mm-hmm. So she's mad at John because she knows why John is here. And she's like, hey, nigga, please don't ask me this shit. Nigga, I am living ghetto fabulous right now. You see all this fucking fine Persian rugs, nigga? Look at that Persian rug right there. There's a Persian rug right there, nigga. I got wall-to-wall Persian rugs. I got Persian rugs on top of Persian rugs, my nigga.
The thread count on my sheets is literally immeasurable.
Exactly. You see all this cotton? It's Egyptian. You see this silk, nigga? Egyptian. All this shit is Middle East, baby.
Comfort has been redefined for me.
He said, you see that tree? Nigga, that's a date tree outside. Where the fuck you get a date tree, my nigga? I got a date tree, bruh. Yes, it's hot as balls. Yes. Balls hot. But also, nigga, look at me, baby. Look at this fly-ass linen I got on, baby. Egyptian. Anyway.
Halle Berry.
So John pulls out
Halle quickly lays down her backstory, and she's like, well, John, we have a storied past, and you helped save my daughter, and I appreciate that.
We have like 3 movie spinoffs that we can do right now, bro.
He's like, I'm just going to lay it down right now.
Yeah. Because like Halle Berry is about to fuck up the timeline right now, in about 10 minutes. There's so many ways John Wick 4 about to go, baby. It's going to be amazing. Oh, spoiler alert, they announced John Wick 4. And I would like to say I had a big part in it.
You sure did. I hope that we're in it. But if we are in it, we have to break 3 ribs like Halle Berry did, because that shows that you're dedicated to the role.
Yeah. I think John Wick made everybody set their game out. He was like, no, you can have your own, you can have a stunt double. You don't have to be me. He was like, no, fuck you, John. Fuck you, John.
Hey,
if I'm going to break ribs, I'm going to break fucking ribs, all right?
You know what? Hey, just go ahead and cut my actual finger off, please.
Exactly. He's like, no. Live rounds, everybody. The stunt doubles, and it's like only the stunt doubles get live rounds. So he's really dodging bullets, and he's doing different plays. He's like, no, if I die, I'm dying. It's gonna be authentic. Get the shot. Get the fucking shot. Just
make sure you get it. It's all good. I lived a good life. It's fine.
Exactly. I'm trying to go out like a Lee.
Yeah, put me in the credits.
No, you're not gonna.
Damn! Wow. It's you're an asshole.
Oh damn! He really broke McKinney's ankles. God damn.
Not too soon, at least.
No.
It's been a long time.
Like, damn it! Oh, we missed the Crow 3 that we're gonna get with Jason Momoa.
I'm glad that never came out.
Oh, that's still coming, baby.
Fuck! Let that franchise die.
Nuh-uh, bro. I'm about to buy stock in black acrylic, nigga.
Hey, you know what? Those movies were always shitty. None of them are good. None.
Oh, the first one's good.
No.
Shut your fucking face.
No, it's not.
Maybe you don't like fucking. Maybe your life is too good because you do understand that movie, baby. My life is full of torment. That's why I write shitty poetry and sit in the dark all day.
I just don't understand turmoil like that.
Yeah, you don't. You're black. How could you?
Maybe one day.
It means you listen to some fucking Corn or some God damn it, I can't think of that one group with a really good. Anyway,
Limp Bizkit.
No, Disintegration, motherfucker. Was that? No, what am I thinking of? Who did Disintegration?
Dysentery.
No, Disintegration. Anyway, fucker.
So Hallie and John form an uneasy alliance.
No. Okay. So John pulls out the marker. If you don't know what the marker is, fuck you, because you're not up on John Wick, nigga. JW. Anyway, the marker is the thing that from 2 that bounds you to do the will of somebody else because they did you a fucking super ass favor, right? John Wick 2 started because somebody called in that marker, and John Wick pulled that marker out on Halle Berry, and she mad at him because like, God damn it, nigga, you know I got to do that shit. And she's like, even though you excommunicado, because technically I ain't got to do that shit. He was like, no, nigga, you owe me because I got your daughter out. You want to know where she is? She's like, no, bitch. It defeats the purpose of you getting her out. Anyway, so that happened. So
anyway, now we have an uneasy alliance, which is the best kind of alliance aside from Marvel, which is a fantastic game series.
This was not an uneasy alliance, Chief.
It's super uneasy. She's like, fine, I'll do it, but fuck you. That's pretty uneasy.
She was ready to murder. She started, everything was fine to her.
Listen, the murder wasn't about him. That was about the honor of her canine associate.
Anyway, and so she was like, hey, just take me to the nigga that does on the gold smelting, and I just want to holler at the nigga, bro. It's really easy. And she was like, God damn it. And so she takes John to Goldfinger. And he like...
Whoever is scouting locations for this movie, fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Only reason why I say John Wick 2 is better than this one is John Wick had the artsy feel of John Wick 1. John Wick 2 had the artsy feel of John Wick 1.
Yeah, this movie is great, but wasn't as... it didn't feel like an art house film.
Yeah, bro. It didn't feel like I should be watching this shit, smoking one of them long-ass cigarette in the tight-ass... like, you know what I mean, bro?
No, this movie...
looking at shitty paintings. Like, you know what this movie feels, brother? Bro? Yeah.
Agreed. It doesn't pair well with a fine wine.
Yeah, like, or I should be fucking a chick with hairy legs, bro. Like, you know, that kind of shit, bro. and a raspberry beret. You know, the kind of find in the secondhand store.
Of course. If
it was warm, she probably wouldn't wear it much more. Anyway, but you don't know what song that is. And I gave away the title. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, I heard it, Vic. You gave away all the clues. I got what you were putting down. So John wants to speak to the boss of the smelting plant. And he's like, listen, here's some history from the John Wick universe. This is the first marker. And this is the first coin. It's pretty cool, right? It's on display. Look at him. Look how
Somebody
cool
said the lore of John Wick is this. Somebody said the charm of John Wick is the crappy lore. And I was like, shut up. First of all, shut up, bitch. And you're right.
It is.
Yeah. And so he was like, yeah, because you know what? Again, this movie doesn't need to be 2 hours. But hey, you know how much we step. Them niggas actually step on 55 million, bro. That's like, look, if everything is practical, it's cheaper.
They did a lot. I feel like they used a lot of Groupons for this movie.
Oh yeah, the horse Groupon, my nigga.
Like, oh shit. Hey, listen, I know these horses are supposed to be for a ride through Central Park, but can we use them for this action sequence?
Yeah,
I'll give you $45.
And then the thing is, because remember, even though the locations might seem very exotic, they're probably just New Mexico, baby.
Oh, those are just cheap places to film.
Yeah, and you know they didn't spend no money on motorcycles because those are all Keanu Reeves motorcycles.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see no Ducatis, baby. I know what I see. I see those.
The parts where they were shooting in Morocco, the set got attacked by hundreds of stray cats.
John Wick versus hundreds of stray cats, man. I really need to see that. The outtake, baby.
Hey, there was a
whole movie.
There was a cat in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
It was on the fucking sushi table.
This movie had everything.
Yeah. Feeding cats on the sushi table, which is gross as fuck.
No, that was like a bodega cat.
Again, which is gross as fuck. And so
the cat wasn't making the sushi.
Right. So she was like, "Look here, John." He was like, "Look here, I can't help you, nigga, because you excommunicado, but I'm gonna help you, nigga." And then he said some shit like, "Hey, it's no way I can let y'all niggas leave alive." But again, calm down, John. Calm down. This is how you find this nigga, right? And this is not a riddle, so you can trust me whatever I'm saying.
It's gonna sound like a riddle though. But listen,
one thing we don't do in the assassin world is lie to each other. That's one rule. Oh, and don't bite the head to feed you, some bullshit like that. Don't shoot people on company ground, but you wouldn't understand it, right? That John couldn't just do that, right? You just couldn't do that, huh? You had to fucking make three more movies. Anyway, so he was like, "So you gonna go to the desert, my nigga? Which part of the desert? I don't know. It can be any part of the desert, and the desert's kind of big. Go there. You got to go there and walk until you're about to die. Then don't." Walk some more, and then almost die. And somebody might find you. Or somebody might. But you're an intriguing ass motherfucker, so you should chance it.
Well, when you're in Morocco, the desert, it's kind of like the town. The locals know what you're talking about.
Yeah. The desert, nigga. The desert. Anyway, and so Halle Berry she does what any respecting dog owner does. When you're trying to get in the dog club, you stuff the tool inside your dog. Yeah, because in case some shit pop off in the dog club, bitches be tripping.
Oh, of course. I mean, she keeps 2 Rottweilers by the bed and she feeds them lead.
Mm-hmm. Those are German Shepherds, but anyway. And so the gold smelter Goldfinger loves her dogs because they're trained, and all he really had to do was just ask her to train a dog for him. Wow, that'd have been so easy. You see, she did it twice, nigga. You see, she did it twice.
He's like, "Hey, you know what? You were fantastic with dogs. I was just wondering if you could train a dog for me." Because it wouldn't really be the same if I actually took your dog from you. Because you would, I mean, the dog is still
obey me like that.
Yeah. It just wouldn't work like that. He doesn't know about dogs. It's fine. He's ignorant. He know about gold smelting though. I love gold. Anyway. Fucking weak.
And so he was like, everybody's like, "All right, fine, we got what we need, and nobody has to die, right? Ready, break." But he's like, No. I gotta swing my dick around because I have linen. Don't I look good, baby? And he was like, "Nah, see, what you don't understand is about quid pro quo, Mr. Powers. I gave you something. I want you to give me something." And she was like, "What you want, nigga? You want some of this Halle Berry?" And he's like, "No, it's not that kind of movie, all right? That doesn't happen in these movies, all right? That's not happening." He's like, "I want your dog that you love more than anything that might..." Wait, you're a former assassin, right? I know this might push you to murder, but it's not like assassins go around and murdering the higher-ups, right? Who does that, right? John, you? No, right? Never happened.
First of all, this isn't a movie, so nothing's going to go wrong.
It's not like a world-class assassin has ever went on a killing spree for, let's just say, 3 movies because of a dog. It never happens.
I want to point your attention to his pants. Earlier, we talked about how fine the cotton was.
Mm-hmm.
You get a certain amount of cocky when you are that comfortable.
Oh yeah. You with the breeze on your dick, bro?
Yeah. Like he's like, "You know how breathable these are?"
Yeah, I just did some karate before y'all got here. All right. So, he was like, "So I want your dog." She was like, "No, you can't have my dog." And he was like, "Well, fine, you can't have your dog." And so this how much everybody ain't the greatest shots in the world, because he shot a dog in the vest. And she was like, she could have just left. And John was like, because John was like, "I'm mad, but don't do it because, don't do it unless you want to get your own spinoff movie. I'm watching that." Allie, if you do this, you get at least 3 movies. You get at least 3 movies because people would love to see you do this for 3 more movies. All right. And she was like, "The nigga shot my dog, John." And so they was like, "Well, pistols up." And then we get a great shooting thing. And then she was like, "Killer, kill." And that nigga went straight for the nuts. Sorry, I popped on that one. I know I did.
No, it was great. There was a whole lot of nut biting in this movie.
Yes.
A whole lot of nut trauma. And I'm okay with that.
It must have been peanut butter on everybody's junk.
Halle Berry really trained these dogs, and that was great. It showed.
Oh, yeah. Her dogs are trained to go. That is...
I wonder if she kept those dogs afterwards.
Oh, she gets you. You know, that's how she got paid. She was like, no, I want attack dogs. So you can pay me. I'm rich. I don't need money. But I do want 3 more movies, though. You pay me on the back end.
She signed a 7-picture deal.
Yeah. Because she got to be in this one and 3 of her own. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
And she'll voice her character in the John Wick animated series.
We got to be on FX. Donald Glover can be the showrunner.
I'm okay with it.
They own him for Deadpool.
So I don't know if you want to say the scene is over yet, but then we get the adjudicator meeting Mark Damascus.
Nah, that's when they get the gunfight.
Oh, no, I know, but after that.
Oh, that's gunfight.
It was great.
That one scene where the dogs jump over a table, her dogs are fucking murderers.
But her dog, it was like a dog agility, but with murder.
Yeah, and it's the thing, like, it looked like Guy Periods because everybody's dicks were bloody.
Oh, yeah, there was, this is the most dog dick biting I've seen in film.
Ever.
Like, if this was a category, it would sweep the awards.
Like, this was violent dog dick biting. Usually it's just for comic relief. Do we have to see both of these stupid movies? We don't have to see Aladdin, bro, because I do not want to pay money for this shit.
I don't want to see it.
All right, cool. We'll catch it on hey, Tom. Oh, shout out to my nigga Tom. We ain't talking to Tom. How you been?
Oh,
Tom?
yeah. If you know, like, if something comes up, like it pops up in the bargain bin. Wink.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, wink,
you know, 2 days after.
Wink, 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 wink.
After release. Yeah.
Yeah. The Korean copy.
And you know what? It might be good. I just think I don't want to support this movie at all.
No, I can't.
Yeah. It's just everything that happened. And I was right. Anyway, go ahead.
Kudos.
So a lot of dog burden. They killed a lot of brown people in this movie. That was cool.
They did.
Hey, when you fly to Morocco, some brown people are going to die, baby. And so this is when we get the adjudicator.
And she meets one of my favorite action film stars. Only the Strong's Mark Damascus. If you haven't heard our episode on Only the Strong, please go back and listen to it. It's one of my favorites.
That's who that nigga was?
Yes.
Oh, but he is gorgeous still.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He got 20 years older and just looks handsomer than something else. And then they got him just being Japanese.
Yeah, he's like, well, you did it on Iron Chef. You can do it here.
Cool. I don't know. Oh, so that's how that nigga really can't fight. He all those lines about him liking John Wick, it was just like, nigga, this kind of Keanu Reeves, nigga. And so not only was that Mark Damascus, but he had the 2 niggas from the raid that are really trained to go, motherfucker. So his team was, if they didn't show him so much respect, they would have murdered John Wick, bro.
They would have.
Yeah, but, you know, sometimes you got to show, hey, the goat, baby. And so she was like, yeah, it's the $14 million, but I'm going to send y'all niggas at John Wick. And I know y'all clique is really about the shit. But also, y'all get to do some level up murdering, baby. Because I don't want you to just start from murder. You gotta stretch your murder muscles, all right? Can't just be running around going after John Wick. You might pull a murdering hamstring, bro. Can't do that.
So, I mean, this movie has a budget to be over 2 hours. So, you know, just have a good time.
When you don't have to pay stunt doubles because everybody do their own stunts.
That's right.
Save a lot of money, bro. You save a lot of money.
Also, he makes her poisonous blowfish sushi, just like in The Simpsons, just for fun.
You know, the funny part is, we get it. We've all seen the debunking and shit like that. You have to be really terrible at the blowfish thing for it to be scary, bro.
No, like, no. You have to be fantastic, and it's 99.9% poison.
No, that is fucking lie. It's like, no, they really serve this shit all the damn time, bro. It's like, nigga, you know what to do. You just cut this one part out, and I don't even. They eat it just because, you know, just to eat it, but it's really not that dangerous, my nigga. Yes, if somebody that doesn't know how to do it does it, yeah.
I mean, I can do it.
Yes, you can do it, but you also wouldn't eat the shit.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. But would you go to Benihana's to get it, or would you fly all the way to Japan to some nigga in a back alley and let him eat and let him cut it up for you?
Definitely back alley over Benihana's.
Exactly, because I wouldn't let Pedro's son cut up my blowfish for me, my nigga.
Yeah, I've never been to Benihana's, so I find it to be performative and inauthentic.
And it ain't been Japanese in hella long.
It's like the Chipotle of Japanese restaurants.
I'd rather eat at Benihana before Japanese, though. I mean, before Chipotle. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, hey, set my burrito on fire while you're making it. you do that? Toss that rice up.
So then we do they go on their killing spree, or are we gonna just focus on the John Wick because it's happening at the same time?
So basically, the adjudicators and Mark Damascus's mob. His name is Zero in the movie, but I'm gonna call him Mark Damascus.
You say it. Or Sonny.
He doesn't do any capoeira in this movie
because he's multifaceted, bro, and he's also Hawaiian.
Yeah, he is amazing.
Which is why he can play Japanese.
It makes so much sense now. They go to visit Keanu's old mob family, and she's like, you know what, Angelica Houston, you have to pay a penance. Also, they kill everybody ninja style. Yeah,
which they could have just came in the front door because we knew you guys were coming.
Yeah,
you didn't have to kill anybody.
They didn't really.
It's like
it was still cool that way, I guess.
Not because you're like, I'm cool, baby. Yeah, I did something, but just the nigga John Wick. Have you met him? He's a really nice dude. Really nice dude. He helped my daughter with her homework. I owe him. And if y'all mad, I mean, y'all can suck a dick, but don't. You know. Anyway, and so after they go killing people, they're not only good at killing, they're also masters of disguise. They're almost like robots, but see, they're robots from space, right? And then they can turn into large vehicles, bro. Sometimes it's a dump truck. Sometimes it's like a Mack truck. Sometimes it's the Beetle, right?
You know, if they had something like that was like an animated series, I'd really be into it.
Yeah, I mean, they really be. And the only thing that would be better at it if this one director that blows up everything did the first movie in 2000 something. But the second and third one.
And he was mildly racist and a huge patriot?
It's not even like racist, bro. It's like, you know, he also made Bad Boys 1, so I'm just saying, and Cocaine Cowboys.
He's still a mildly racist patriot.
So am I. So, yeah. I shouldn't be watching Sports Center. That nigga broke his ankle. All right, so good.
So Angelica Houston gets stabbed through the hands because the adjudicator does this thing of like, you must pay a penance in blood.
Oh, yeah. So you helped him with your hands, and so you get stabbed in the hand. And she was like, ow!
He's like, I'll never conduct the symphony again.
I mean, she will. It'll be fine. That was a good blade, and it was a good thing. They didn't want to fuck her up. They was like, nah, it's gonna hurt though. It's gonna hurt. But yeah, and so she got off easy. Everybody else, you know.
Yeah, I think they were good friends.
Beauty contest. Well, she didn't do nothing bad. You know, she was like, baby, the Wi-Fi was down. It was Jadanya. He brought borscht. You know, it was all good, baby. We started punching cinder blocks. You know how we do it in the middle in Eastern Europe. Yeah.
Wow. I feel like some of that is accurate.
Yeah, it's I learned it all from our
Creed episode.
Yep, good.
That was very informative.
Mm-hmm. It's like a zoo book, bitch.
Yeah.
So do they go to? Let's just get rid of all the revenge. So then they go to the Bowery King, and they was like, "Hey, nigga, you ready to give up your throne?" And he was like, "Oh, so they do the same ninja assassin thing. These niggas was hiding in lockers, bro." And they was like, you know, they letting red balloons fly through the thing. Like niggas started tripping and shit like that.
Yeah, the Bowery boys get fucking wet.
Everybody get because them niggas had knives.
Yeah, they got serrated. They got serrated like freshly baked loaves of bread.
Oh yeah, they got filleted like I'm preparing a poisonous blowfish, which is 99%.
Apparently you didn't see that episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, I did see the episode of Simpsons. Apparently I've read nobody dies from blowfish. Nigga.
You were reading?
Yeah.
First of all, now I know it's not true.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So Lawrence Fishburne's like, fine. I guess y'all niggas gonna not kill me. I'll pay my penance. And they was like, your penance is 7 cuts. And he was like, cool. You're gonna do it on my stomach and everything like that because I got a date tonight. And he was like, slice. And then he fell because I guess he lost a lot of blood in that hot second.
Lawrence Fishburne chewed the fuck out of the scenery in this scene. Long live the king. Ha ha ha. I am dead now. I'll never come back in this film.
Yeah.
Forever. I'm dead.
And so, that happened.
I am dead. And then I was disappointed briefly.
No, I knew what was happening. I don't know why
I really thought he was dead.
No, I didn't think so. I just wonder why he fucking fainted.
No, because there was like blood. There was a spray of blood when he got cut.
But they didn't say you're dying. They just said you get 7 cuts. So like that Jenny Butt, she got some nice titties. Anyway,
Halle Berry drops off John in the desert,
mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Well, I'm going to leave the movie now because I was in the movie for like just the right amount of time where I kicked a lot of ass, and people would say like, you know what, Halle Berry was great in this film. I want to see more of her in the next film, or maybe her in her own trilogy."
Mm-hmm. We don't do Winston yet.
No, John is walking off into death, basically.
Oh yeah. Winston's really not a thing. They come for him later.
Yeah. He has to go meet Saeed, the boss of the head table first. No,
first he's going on a whirlwind adventure to look for a trident in the desert. See, one of the 7 tribes is water tribes. Go to the desert, but then it dried out because of global warming.
Boom! Side explosion.
Nice. And so he falls out, and just have some nigga walking around with a camel, and he was like, "Hey, baby, let me get this." He was like, "Is that John Wick? Motherfucking John Wick! This nigga will not die." So he throws him on his camel, and then because he's nice, but then he throws him on the camel because he's a dick.
Sure does.
Yeah, and a real nigga says when John, he was like, he throws John some nice fucking herbal tea. I think that shit had to be like something like mint julep or some shit because he woke up. John was like, "Oh shit, it's a party," and John would look for his tool. He was like, "Oh nigga, your tool's on you. I don't know what you're gonna do with it."
She's like, "You know where you are."
You came to see me. I ain't pissed, nigga. I wish a nigga would kill me, bro. I want to see what that shit's like, nigga. I want to see what this shit like, nigga.
Come
breaks, nigga. You think they mad at you now? Whew. Shit, nigga. Scorched earth, motherfucker. Anyway.
So it's there, and that's our homeboy, Saeed Tamuawi. I probably butchered his name, but he's great in other movies.
Where's he from?
He's from Traitor, that movie that Don Cheadle led a while ago, and he's in other films like he's in Wonder Woman.
Yes, nigga. All right, you good?
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
And so he was like, "Hey, my son, how'd you get so lost?" And he was like, "Well, I made a left over." He's like, "Not jackass."
he's like, "I'm in the emotional journey, the emotional one, John."
And he was like, "The nigga." Basically, he should have game at him like real nigga. He was like, "Hey, bro." He's like, "First of all, I know there's levels to this shit, but you ain't gonna set me up like he did. I'm John fucking Wick, bro. There's also levels to me, bro. Don't y'all know who the fuck I am, bro? Can I get a little bit of respect? You can't just set me up like that and think I'm not gonna double tap your motherfucking ass." Anyway, there's rules and shit like that, but he played the game foul, bro, and he played me. Bobby Yeager, motherfucker. Is any of y'all niggas around here named the Boogeyman? Is there any of the Boogeyman? Oh, okay, it's just me? And shut the fuck up. Calm down, bro. Anyway, I'm sorry for yelling. And so he was like, I just want to get back in the good graces. What I got to do? He was like, I could have you do anything on the planet that probably you would just do, and you wouldn't even think about it. Let me do that one thing that's going to torment your soul, and 50-50, you might not do it. I need you to kill Winston. He's like, fine. Also, I want your wedding ring and your finger, because that'll make you a less efficient killer or something like that.
But if you still manage to kill Winston with 9 fingers, I'll be pretty impressed. Mm-hmm. So here's this. Go ahead and cut your finger off right here.
Yeah, on this nice ass table though.
Mm-hmm.
With this little thing that anyway. But he also was like, yeah, baby. Not only are you gonna kill people, you're gonna kill Winston, and then you're gonna kill for me without question forever, nigga. You never get to retire. You never get to retire. So basically, you're dead. Basically, you are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But listen, your problem will be solved so far, though. So just worry about that part when you get to the next step in the journey.
I mean, you get to go back to the fly-ass Continental, nigga.
Yeah, and I'll give you a new suit.
Bro, fire. They gave him a new suit there, right, while he was there?
Yeah. And he's like, all right, so go ahead and cut your finger off. We'll cauterize the wound. Go ahead and clean yourself up, get a new suit, and we'll fly you back to New York.
Yeah, baby, first class. And so he gets to the
back at Grand Central Station. This is basically the part where we get the chase sequence with Mark Damascus on motorcycles.
Oh, so Mark Damascus got a nigga that can do the vanish and shit in the crowd. And John Wick says, "Oh, you didn't know I was an E40 fan. It ain't nothing to a boss. I can do the shit too." And he's like, I disappeared in the crowd. But John Wick took off like a motherfucker. And so some nigga tried to jump him outside with those John Wick bikes. And he's like, nah, baby. And so, right, this is how you know John Wick's that nigga, right? So Keanu Reeves is a nigga, right? So dude runs up on him and he slaps him. And the nigga falls off the bike. And then he picks up the bike and he takes off. He don't put a helmet on. Mark Damaski come outside. He's like, oh, shit, John Wick slapped my partner. He's like, I'm going to really get him now. It's personal. But John Damaski, he puts on a fucking helmet. Keanu Reeves did all that shit. He did all his motorcycle stunts himself, nigga. He didn't put on the helmet because he was like, nah, nigga, I really ride these bikes because everybody else had to put on helmets because they don't ride bikes like that nigga, bruh.
Yeah, he's like Meek Mill.
He's like, I made this bike with my bare hands.
Yeah, that's the thing he really does.
Yeah, he's really about that shit. That horseback rider, he really dumb nigga with hand cannons, bro. Anyway, and so they had swords on high-powered motorcycles.
Yeah, this is a pretty unique action sequence, and I appreciated it.
Insert Tyrese clip. What else do you want from me?
I appreciated this movie addressing the traffic problem. There's traffic on top of the bridge where it was open. On the bottom, there was construction. My
nigga. So, again, an hour ago in this movie, there was gridlock traffic, but now it's not any traffic because...
No, that was 2 days ago, and it's Thanksgiving morning, so there's no traffic.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been to New York?
No.
There's always traffic.
No, not Christmas morning.
Yeah, right.
But between in Times Square only.
Okay, see, you just said it even wrong. Of course, Christmas morning got fucking traffic on Crit.
No, there isn't. I heard it on Reddit, and I heard it on podcast.
Again, whatever.
Ask somebody.
No, I've been there. There's always traffic in New York.
Was it Christmas morning in Times Square? I heard it looks like no sky.
Well, you want to know why there's always traffic in New York? Because it's a fucking tourist attraction, and there's always at least 1 million people in the fucking city, bro. Anyway.
Not at that time.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
John Wick gracefully and brutally kills everyone, and it is fantastic, except for Mark Damaski, of course, because he has to stay alive for a boss fight.
Oh, yeah, boss battle. A good boss battle. A good boss battle to the end, and he was like, that's a funny thing. John didn't want to kill him, but he died because of wounds inflicted by John Wick.
He didn't want to kill him, but he died due to wounds inflicted by John Wick. That is true.
Yeah,
that is all true. John narrowly escapes and makes it back to the Continental with his hand on the first step of the Continental.
Mm-hmm.
When Lance Hendricks steps outside to remind Mark Damascus that there is no killing. There's no business conducted at the Continental.
And he was like, but he's excommunicado. And he was like, I'm about to excommunicado your face with this pistol, bro. And he's like, fine. Because that pistol was very close to it. And so they go in, and it's a funny thing. He was like, yeah, I got to talk to the manager. And then Mark Damascus is sitting next to him in the love seat. And then Keanu was like, all right, bro. It's a little uncomfortable. And then he was like, hey, bro, I'm a big fan. And he really said, if it wasn't for this, I think we'd be friends right now. And he's like, well, I mean, all right, cool. And so he hollered at Winston, and Winston got this badass office. And he was like, hey, yeah, it's got glass, but it also got funhouse mirrors in the shit, bitch, and it's cool. He's like, huh?
Chad clearly has a thing for funhouse mirrors, because this reminds me of the last action part of John Wick 2, the funhouse mirrors with Ruby Rose.
He like mirrors, man. He got one on the ceiling. I know.
He likes to make eye contact with himself.
Exactly.
Hey, self-love is important. Man.
He be critiquing. He's like, go harder. Tired, bitch.
That's how I think the action sequences for John Wick.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Don't sweat the technique. I got it.
And so him and Winston going at it. He was like, hey, I've been here to kill you. And he was like, John, you can kill me right now. Here's a pistol. I'd rather you kill me, friend. Some friend you are. But anyway, and he was like, but look here, if you kill me and you work for these niggas, aren't you not the person that you are living for? So henceforth, ipso facto, you're dead anyway. Don't dishonor her memory by being a tool for these guys. I mean, they killed your dog. Scene.
So go ahead, John, kill me. Okay, so in this scene, he's like, we use this room for special occasions, right?
Mm-hmm. Fucking bitches.
He's like, yeah, to see what the enemy is holding under the table, right? And so he's waiting in this room for John.
Mm-hmm.
So thusly referring to him as the enemy.
No. All right, go ahead. What are you saying?
Right?
Okay.
Okay, and I'll talk more about that at the end of the movie.
I think you're trying to think piece it up. Did you get that new job with the Root? Not that deep.
Yeah, check out my new think piece as to why the John Wick franchise is an analogy for African American reparations.
No, it's like is John Wick trying to put violence on black people?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And so he was like, all right, so the adjudicator comes in. She was like, hey, I was just down in 110th Street. I was getting my shit lined up. What was y'all niggas talking about? And she was like, are you here to jump off your throne? He's like, nah, I'm Winston, baby. This is my house. And then John was like, are you sure you're getting ready to kill him? He's like, nah, that's my cousin, bro. I can't kill him like that. She was like, fine. I'm calling in the A-team and the Japanese dude, the Japanese Hawaiian guy.
And she's like, fuck it. The Continental is uncredited. This is no longer a path for assassins to get to a 4-year from here. Fuck everybody.
She was like, it's been decommissioned. It was a cool word they used. Used a lot of Latin. It's like prohibitado. She was like, the Continental is now prohibitado. You can now perform work on the Continental in 20 minutes. Movie time. And so that's when the Penguin's on there, and he was like, "Oh shit, the Continental, fine, hold, because we got the old Nokias, the flip phones. Again, that's another reason how they save a bunch of money. Finding old Nokias, my nigga.
Hey, hold up, and we need more floppy disks down here."
And so they was like, yeah, and then they go Death on Fire. You see all pussy ass niggas checking out and shit like that. Shout out to the real goons that worked at the Continental that know they was about to die. But, they fuck with Winston like that tough. And he was going to pay all their kids' college tuitions and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, their life insurance go crazy.
And so
round one of the goons comes in real tough. And I love the choreography here. It is great.
Oh, wait, no. You got first, my nigga from the captain from The Wire was like, look here, bro. These niggas got some of that super movie armor. You almost think we're in the movie how good the armor they got, my nigga. And he knew the armor was that good, but they went out with regular ass guns. It was like, oh, we just gonna use these hollow points, my nigga. Anyway, fine.
Well, also right before that, Keanu says the same line as Neo says from The Matrix. I need guns, lots of guns.
I need bullets, hurry up, run. Well, that was the second round. Well, it was round 2-1.
Yeah, you're right. Even though he's aware of the armor, he's like, let's just use these guns so we can look cool. Also, we're the main characters, so we're going to survive. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And so Winston in the safe doing nothing because I guess he ain't fool with the cannons.
No, he's not.
So he goes in there and, they just start getting in, but Keanu noticed that the bullets start bouncing off the motherfuckers. And then he was like, well, fuck it. I'll shoot him in the other places, but, the shit ain't cool, man. The shit ain't cool. And so he's like, Winston, open this bitch back up. And then bro come back and he's like, look here, bro, let's just use these shotguns with armor piercing rounds. And he was like, y'all ain't got armor piercing rounds for the regular choppers and shit like that? That'd be dumb. Because that would be dumb.
that would never work.
Exactly. A fully auto with armor piercing bullets? Those are only in movies, all right? Those are only all right. Anyway. And so they go up there, now they're having fun. And shotgun combat, John, like, we thought Gun Tata was cool. Shotgun Tata is even amazinger. All right, he just gave it to everybody. It having a good time.
Did you like that scene of killing a guy in the hot tub?
Oh yeah. But then it's like after they kill all the level 1 dudes, it's time for the mini boss battle with 2 of the guys from the raids. And I thought John Wick was gonna die because these niggas are dope. But they respected this nigga gangster too much. They was like, "Hey, y'all, it's John Wick, nigga. I mean, we can kill this nigga right now because he's kind of he's slow and he's tired. I mean, this nigga just had to come up 5 levels of gangster."
Yeah, plus he had a previous movie before he fought us.
Yeah,
and he has 9 fingers now.
Bro, you see that shit? John Wick. He's like, it's the ghost. And so they're whooping John Wick's ass, but the crowd starts to chant like, John Wick, Joe Danya, Joe Danya, But
they're holding up signs that say John 3:16 on them.
Oh yeah, baby, with JWO shirts on, bro.
You hear his theme song start playing over the loudspeaker.
And so he gets his up and he just starts throwing little Asian dudes, Indonesian dudes through glass windows and shit, having a good ass time. I hate to be the person who has to clean all that shit up, but it was cool. And so he defeats them, but he didn't kill those guys. He was like, "I'll be seeing you. I need you niggas for the next movie. Hopefully we bring Eco and just have a good old ass time."
But yeah, he's coming up in the world. He just might be in the fourth one.
Yeah. And so now that they're done, it's time for Mark Damascus, baby. He takes off his shirt and puts on his white linen pants because he knew he was in the fight for his life. And if he beats him, he's going to save the Miami from crack.
He's like, listen, so John, it turned out I didn't save any of the kids, and they all went back to selling crack.
Yeah, but now they're trained killers.
Now they can break necks with their feet.
They're excellent Brazilian dance fighters. I'm really good teacher.
Key the theme song from Only the Strong, and they have a great fight sequence.
Mm-hmm. A lot of window breaking.
It makes a fucking mess in this house of mirrors. This set cost $4 million to make. It was worth it, I guess.
And then he stabs him through the heart, and then they're both tired. And he's like, "Hey, John, it's a really good fight, wasn't it?" And he's like, "Yeah, Chief, you keep thinking that." And so he's like, "All right." And then she calls Winston on the hotline. She was like, "Hey, Parlay." He's like, "Oh shit, that means cool." And we all know Parlay from Pirates of the Caribbean. And then John Wick gets late to the parlay, but he gets there. And so the adjudicator's like, "Hey, my nigga, that was his first wave." And he's like, "Again, y'all forget what y'all is, bro. It's like y'all run shit, bro, but this is New York, bro. And I don't know if you ever seen a Spider-Man movie, but New Yorkers, we stick together, all right?"
Yeah, all that is accurate, and I am the streets.
And I understand this shit. Now that Cam and Jigga let us all know they're cool, you don't want Dipset and the fucking Rockefeller coming after you, bro. You really don't want the problem, bro.
Yeah, because they're back.
Exactly.
Heat makers.
In 2 years, Bobby Shmurda gets out of jail. All right? Fucking this year, goddamn, Max B is out of jail, bro. Bird Gang. You don't want these problems, bro.
We're going to flood the streets with audio crack, and you're not going to want any of it.
Exactly.
The high table diss tracks are going to be fire.
Yeah. And the X's where the team be at. Fucking Fat Joe will lean back on your ass, all right? Dude. And so she was like, "All right, cool. Oh, you was just trying to show strength, and that's cool. But what we gonna do about John Wick?" And then Winston was like, "I thought about this a long time ago. John Wick wears bulletproof suits, and you just can't kill his ass." And he was like, "Well, John Wick has to die." And so he shoots him in all places he knew he was covered, and the nigga falls off a roof because he knew his side of the roof had all the canopies and shit on it. So he knew John Wick was going to be fine. Pissed, but fine.
He fell like 85,000 feet.
But he's John Wick, baby.
And I'm pretty sure he meant to kill him. I feel like he could have talked his way out of that. He didn't try in the slightest.
No. He knew John Wick had to die. They wasn't going to go for that.
No, he didn't.
John Wick broke the rules on Continental Ground, right? And he killed a high table. He killed like a prince of the Persia or something like that. And then he went and saw the nigga that nobody ever gets to meet, told him he was gonna do some shit, and then didn't do what he thought he was gonna do. John Wick now he's unredeemable, my G.
Yeah,
he just split in the high table's face twice. He had to die. And Winston knew that. He was like, "But baby, if I shoot this nigga in all parts where he's covered, I know that it's John Wick, baby."
No,
he hit the canopy first.
He didn't know what was gonna happen because he considered killing him in the glass room. That's why he said, "We meet here so we can see what our enemies have on the table."
Okay.
Addressing him as an enemy.
So, okay, have you ever shot a pistol before?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not making fun of your manhood. Have you ever shot a pistol before?
I mean, does Nintendo guns count?
No, it doesn't count.
Okay, no, I haven't.
I am not a marksman by any means. And you said you never shot a gun before, but you know pretty much how it goes. If I give you a loaded gun and the safety's off, you think you can shoot me in the head from 10 feet?
No.
You can. Because 10 feet is very short. That's called point blank range. 10 feet, you can shoot anybody in the head. Anybody can shoot somebody in the head from 10 fucking feet. You think Winston, that was his first time shooting a
gun? He's not really handy with the steel, as evidenced earlier in the film.
What evidence said he wasn't handy with the steel?
Why wasn't he outside shooting people then?
Because that nigga's the boss. He was in that thing, bro. He knew what he was doing. So you think in this world of assassin that everybody, the fucking concierge service is a fool with the tools, bro. Everybody.
Also, there's no evidence in the film that in the rest of the film that leads us to believe that was like a snide play. Keanu was clearly angry, and Lance Henderson is like, "Well, I agree with your decision to kill him." That was great.
No. Now Lawrence Fishburne's mad, and he needs John Wick. Yeah, everybody wants to play John Wick. Everybody needs John Wick's gun.
Well, right? John is pretty mad too.
Yeah, but everybody needs John Wick gun. What I'm saying is,
why is John Wick mad if he's under the impression that the slate is clean?
No, he still knew he don't think the slate's clean. They know he's not dead. My point is, if Winston wanted to kill him, he could have killed him. All you had to do was shoot John at point blank range. You would have shot John Wick in the head. The trilogy's over and everything like that. The fact that you give John Wick a chance that he might live, because he know who John Wick is. Remember that nigga said John Wick versus everybody in the city, it's about even. So the fact that he shot John Wick on one side of the roof, that he knew which side of the roof was, and he shot him in places where he knew he was covered by his Teflon suit, made me think that Winston knew he was doing. And if Winston really wanted him dead, he'd have had somebody go outside and double tap that motherfucker. They waited a long time to find out John Wick was still alive and shit like that. And he was very nonchalant in the movie when he was like, "Well, I guess this nigga's alive. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo."
Yeah.
She was shook about John Wick still being alive. He wasn't. He was like, "Hey, bitch, you saw me shoot the nigga off a roof."
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. If he really, it's very easy to shoot somebody in the head from point blank that you want dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I've only beat House of the Dead several times, so I don't know about that life.
Yeah. It's very easy to shoot somebody in the head from point blank range.
So is this your favorite John Wick film or the third favorite?
Nah, this is my first of all, it's not third favorite. It's 1, 2, 3. I am doing Jesus Christ. Oh man. This is it's 1, 2, 3, baby.
Okay. Oh, we should probably describe the last scene in which
okay, so
one of the Bowery King's men picks up John and drops him off at Lawrence Fishburne, the Bowery King, who is still alive. And he hams it up a bit. He's like, "Hey, John, you know what? You're alive. I'm alive. I say we seek some sweet, sweet vengeance."
So John, he's like, so he gets there, right? And he's like, "You mad?" He's like, "Yeah, you mad?" He's like, "Hey, you remember that time we were in 3 of the greatest action movies ever? Remember that time? Remember that? When I taught you how to do karate with the computer chip? Let's do that again." He's like, "I think this is what everybody wants. Morpheus and Neo back together, baby. I think that's what everyone wants, baby. And that's what we're going to get." I think Lawrence Fishburne wants to get in the movie. He's like, "Everybody else gets to shoot. Why can't I shoot?"
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I'm hella ready for that. And I'm ready for the spin-off movies. I'm ready for everything. I'm ready for the universe. Because they talked about a universe, and now I want the universe.
John Leguizamo wasn't in this movie. I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah. He's in other universe, baby. I want the Disney TV show on Disney Plus. I want everything, baby. You want to see Lance Reddick's life just like hosting the Continental? Yeah. I want to see everything. I want to see
going to a situation, the comedy start that's based in the Continental, a single camera comedy like The Office.
Yeah. I want everything. I want to see the training schools, bro. I want to see why the doo-wop group was assassins and shit like that. I want to see everything. I want to see what life was going up in the Russian ballet judo house. Give me everything, baby. Give me everything. Halle Berry's movie. I want the prequel to how the Bowery King became the Bowery King, but I just want all vignettes. It's three movies in one. How the Bowery King became the Bowery King, how Winston became Winston, and how Halle Berry became Halle Berry. And that one movie where John Wick got her daughter out of the game.
I like vignettes. I do like vignettes.
Yeah, vignettes, baby. And
I like my vignettes like the kind with like a little lemon juice and olive oil.
Oh no, I want my beignets, bro. And with my vignette.
Is that a kind of hat?
Nah, I think I'm saying the egg thing wrong.
Oh, this is that the thing from Nolan's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so it's like, yeah, that's all I needed, baby. They keep making all these movies because first of all, it's like this. These movies are efficient. All right, these niggas made They made a $50 million movie, $55 million movie. They probably gonna make $120 million. That's all I want. That's all they want. That's all that we want.
No, this movie, this action franchise is all about fundamentals.
Yeah, they should and I think I don't know, it did good this weekend. It didn't do Marvel good. It did good for. This is why
aren't more people seeing this movie?
Is
it a secret?
It can't be as good as we tell people it is. First of all, you gotta like Keanu Reeves, and you don't have to like him, but you gotta like it. You gotta like Keanu Reeves, right? You don't just see other people's shit. This is like shit we don't see, and then it's like you don't take kids to see this shit, right? I'd take my kids.
there was a kid in my theater who was just running around.
Exactly. So it's not a kid. There's nothing sweet about this shit. Ain't sweet. Ain't shit sweet with a swisher, baby. So it's like this is for grown-ups who love fucking great murder porn, like the shit with good plots, right? But it's like but not like the super duper one that look like they perfect, but like good average porn, I don't know, but like with a director, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's an unsung hero.
Like high budget amateur porn. How about that? Yeah, with a writer, but amateurs. Anyway, so yeah, that was good. Again, I loved it, and when I say this is my third favorite, I mean I gotta watch them all again. But I know the first John Wick was a fucking masterpiece, right? And then the second one felt more like the first one. This one was like. They didn't go a different way, but this felt different from the first two, even though the shit was dope.
I felt like it was wackier, but in a good way. Like the film it's really comfortable in the sense of it knows what it is. Mm-hmm. I liked how the action sequences didn't really necessarily feel like they had to be bigger than each other.
Yeah, it was just a fun shit. I mean, they did it differently. They had horse killings. They had a horse killing somebody killing someone on a horse, someone concussing somebody off the motorcycle, then jumping on his motorcycle. Then they was using swords and pistols on motorcycles.
Yeah, it was sort of ridiculous, but in a good way.
Exactly. Then they found time to wander through the desert. Yeah,
it was like a 90s R&B video.
Yeah, it was like the second movie when R. Kelly was going to get revenge on Mr. Big.
Yeah, and then he just fell to his knees and screamed.
Mm-hmm.
How'd he get back?
I have no idea.
What the fuck were they doing back then? And we got money to go to Morocco for this video. Okay. All right. You got anything else before we wrap up?
Never wrap it up. Shout out to Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen, Lexi Alexander, Lil Mike. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Sorry for that spazzing moment that happened a little bit earlier, but hey,
You're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Make sure you're
anime.
Yeah, Fanime is coming up.
Yeah.
Follow us on other places where you get podcasts. 2 Up, 2 Down.
On all these fake bitches like I'm walking past a mannequin. She blowing down my line, damn, she must have lost her man again. Then I check my messages and I see her man again. Damn, that's tragic, but I guess I'll get some neck again. Only time I get it when I start to feel depressed again. He claiming that he hungry, so I fed him with my mama man. Head for my headache, so his name is Acetaminophen. He can't leave me alone, said I'm bad like some heroin. Girl, I stand out like a bad leave out. You can't run up on me, I'll knock your ass out. Got some shooters with me, they'll let you bleed out. Now you see that we too turn, you done change your mind now. Hey. EmKay, can I chill with you? EmKay, can I ride with your crew? EmKay, did you fuck my boo? My bad, homegirl, you cool. Tell me you got them shoes. Tell me you met them dudes. You think I get like you? Get red darkness like you? EmKay, can I chill with you? EmKay, can I ride with your crew? EmKay, did you fuck my boo? My bad, homegirl, you cool. Tell me you got them shoes. Tell me you met them dudes. You think I get like you? Get red darkness like you? Baby, I ain't no talker. We gon' do just what we do. So if you meet me on rah-rah, shit, get family protection too. You a baby, here's a bye-bye, bitch, you know not what you do. I will rock your ass to sleep like this is New Jack City too. I know bitches secretly hate on me, stay in them shadows, boo. It's okay to stick to shit, cause I am just too hot for you. You can't beat me, you can't join me, so you really mad at you. You so sick of being tasteless, you just wish you had the juice. She thought I was quiet, bitch. I don't pop a bean, I'm way too lit. My thought dry past a water twin. I don't think you can handle this. It's gang up in this bitch. We run things around this bitch. They know our names around this bitch. So of course you tryna win. EmKay, can I chill with you? EmKay, can I ride with your crew? EmKay, did you fuck my boo? My bad, homegirl, you cool. Tell me you got them shoes. Tell me you met them dudes. You think I get like you? Get red arguments like you? EmKay, can I chill with you? EmKay, can I ride with your crew? EmKay, did you fuck my boo? My bad, homegirl, you cool. Tell me you got them shoes.